You see that green light? That comes from the Windstone, where my people work against their will. They must be freed soon. The village is just ahead. Storn has used his magic to raise a barrier around it, protecting the few of us left. That the barrier is still there is a good sign.
But you left me with no choice.
Father! I have returned. There is yet hope.
Frea! What news do you bring? Is there a way to free our people?
No, but I have brought someone who has seen things. She has confirmed that Miraak is the one behind the suffering of our people.
I fear that it will be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time?
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Storm what has happened.
So you have seen things, yes? My magic grows weak, and so does the barrier around our village. Time is short. Tell me what you know. How do you know this? The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons burning it to the ground in rage. They speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. Miraak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Miraak? Are you Dragonborn? Then perhaps you are connected with him. The old tales say that he too was Dragonborn. I am unsure. It may mean that you could save us, or it may mean that you could bring about our destruction. But our time here is running out. The few of us left free of control cannot protect ourselves for much longer. You must go to Saering's watch. Learn there the word that Miraak learned long ago, and use that knowledge on the Windstone. You may be able to break the hold on our people there, and free them from control. Some dark influence wields power over them, forces them to forget themselves and act against their nature. At first, it was only during the night, but now every moment is spent building some strange shrine around the Windstone. I believe if the shrine can be destroyed, the Skaal will be free once more. Much of what was known has been lost to the ages. He was Dragonborn, and yet he served the dragons. A priest in their order, highly esteemed and very powerful. Then he turned against them, becoming something they feared. He was defeated long ago, but it seems he was never really destroyed. May darkness never touch you.
This dragon's soul belongs to me. Thank you for your help. We will meet again soon.
You have prevailed. I can feel it. So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skaal, and so the Skaal shall be allies to you. If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress. I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this Black Book. Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a dark thing, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard, Neloth. He came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here. Our traditions do not speak of them, but they and Miraak are connected. You read a black book and saw him. And the book's power comes from the same dark source as that which corrupted the Windstone. But beware, you are now walking the same road as Miraak. The power of the stone had been corrupted. It was the source of the influence that had taken control of the Skaal. Your shout broke whatever evil will controlled the stone, and restored its true nature as a conduit of the All-Maker's gifts. Freeing the other stones will diminish whatever dark influence is spreading across Solstheim. Yes, there are 6 sacred stones. Wind, water, earth, beast, sun, and tree. Through them, the oneness of the land is maintained. Frea saw that the tree stone now stands imprisoned in Miraak's new temple. I doubt that you can free it until his power is broken. But you may be able to cleanse the other stones. Even if this does not stop Miraak, it surely will delay his return. He also is searching for them. In fact, he has already found one. He showed it to me when he came here. It was very like the one you found in Miraak's temple. A thing of dark magic, not of the All-Maker. May darkness never touch you.
For many years now, I have attended to Storn, learning his ways. It was Skaal the Giant, our former chieftain, who taught me the ways of battle. He was a great bear of a man, and a fearsome warrior. I used to be terrified of him when I was a little girl. I was a restless and angry child, and Skaal taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use. He was a great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly. Farewell, outsider.
Someone there.
If I could only get my hands on Mirak, I'd make him pay for playing with my mind.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost. A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Stalhrim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck, and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio.
Dior, you must be calm. I'm sure there's a good reason Baldor left us.
Something isn't right, Frea. I feel it in my bones and I smell it in the air. Baldor wouldn't leave without telling someone.
Don't worry yourself over nothing, Dior. Do you want a head full of grey hairs before you've seen 40 winters?
It makes my heart heavy that you don't believe me, Frea. Baldor could be in danger and you will do nothing. If you won't help me, then I'll ask the Allmaker to send someone else who can. I am in no mood to talk, outsider. One of the Skaal has gone missing. It is Balrod Iron-Shaper. As our only smith, Baldor is very important to the village. I do not remember Baldor acting strangely. Although now that you ask, I did see something in the woods on the day he disappeared. I saw two elves in the far distance dragging something behind them. Hunters often visit our land, so I thought little of it. South and west. If your road takes you that way, perhaps you could search for any sign of Baldor. The Skaal would be grateful.
It's good that our people are now free. We can attempt to restore balance to our home. Join you? You mean leave the village to journey with you and fight at your side? Well, I'm flattered, but the village is my home. It's very rare for one of the Skaal to leave, and I have responsibilities here. You're right. I suppose the others can get by without me for a while. Very well. If you need my help, seek me out here in the village. I will follow you, Skaal friend, but I must return to the village afterward.
I'm warning you! Back off! I'm
Move
warning
along.
you!
There's
Back
nothing
off.
to you.
I will strike you! And so
By the Allmaker. I hope you're here to release me. Outsider. I remember you. You're the one who freed the skull from the dark spell. Thank the Allmaker that you have come. These accursed elves have taken me from my home. No, my wounds are not serious. I don't think the elves were trying to harm me. Perhaps they intended to frighten me. At worst, I have a few bruises to show for my ordeal. I do not know this word, Thalmor, but if you mean the elves, they were trying to learn the secrets of forging Stalhrim. Their leader, an elf named Ankarian, has a map. He says that it shows the location of a hidden source of Stalhrim. They have a ship. They took me there and showed me the map. You will find it on the northern coast of the island. Please, do not let Ankarian make his weapons. Kill him or let him live. But take the map from him. It belongs with the Skaal. I will return to the village. When you have the map, please bring it to me there. And thank you. May the Allmaker bless your days.
You are trespassing here. I strongly suggest you move along. You will find him on the deck. Any hint of treachery, and your life is forfeit. You'd best show us the proper respect. Get out of here before I lose my patience. So you know my purpose here, then? I suppose you must have found that dullard of a blacksmith. Unfortunately for you, my mission here is also a secret. To protect it, I have no choice but to silence you. Now, give me one good reason that I should not kill you where you stand. I can see that is no idle threat. Very well. We will depart the island once we have loaded the ship. No weapon is worth dying for. Not even a weapon forged from Stalhrim. Here, give this map to the blacksmith. I have no further need of it.
It is good to see you again, my friend. Did you find the elves at their ship? I know you faced great danger to bring this map to me. There are no words to tell how glad my heart is. Thank you, brave one. I name you friend of the Skaal, and I will trust you with the knowledge of forging Stalhrim. If you bring Stalhrim here to my forge, you can use my tools to make what you will from it. Until our next meeting, Skaal friend. May your hunts always bring you game, and your crops grow tall and bountiful.
I have seen more wolves and bears among the trees since the last article.
I heard from Dior how you went in search of Baldor. That was very brave. And in fact, that's just the kind of courage I'm looking for. Quite right. Quite right. This, however, is paying work. Allow me to explain. As a scholar of history, I've always found Stalhrim to be most intriguing. I've made many forays into the ancient ruins that cover the island. I've come to know those ruins so well, I could draw you a map from memory. That's why I noticed the new passage the moment I laid eyes on it. An old tomb, I think. It must have been opened by an earthquake that accompanied one of the Red Mountain's eruptions. I'd love to have a closer look. Those old ruins can be dangerous, and I'm no adventurer. I'll pay you to watch my back down there. I'll be heading back there soon. If you're interested, meet me at the ruins and we'll see what we can find. Now I'm off to pack for the expedition. It's got to be in here somewhere.
What is her name, this?
Remarkable, isn't it? This tomb has been hidden for, well, who knows how long. Many centuries, I would think. There are some sealed doors up ahead. Perhaps you can figure out how to get them open. I've had a look around, and the only interesting thing I've found is this inscription here, and a switch below it. Now, I'm not sure if you can read the dragon language, but this seems to be a riddle of some sort. I wonder what it means.
Hold! Cast!
I'll have to come back to this place later and take detailed notes. Walking in these chambers is like walking in the past. Yes, of course. It said, a sacrifice will bring you closer to that which you seek. Let's be extra careful. Perhaps something is meant to go into the fire? Right behind you. Well done. Looks like we can head in either direction. Since you seem to know what you're doing, why don't you lead the way? A wise man knows when to retreat.
Now we end this! I will not fall.
This is three pillars. Other than that plaque, there doesn't seem to be anything else worthy of note. Let's see what the inscription says. All men must die, often by their own means. Sounds rather grim if you ask me. The inscription must be a reference to these pillars. Three pillars surrounding a central one. Perhaps they're connected somehow. They also have glowing stones of some kind at the top. They look vaguely similar to drawings I've seen, objects called impact stones. Well, that's the trick. There you go. Now let's see what mysteries await us in the next room.
I do not fear death.
Let's have a closer look at these rooms. These runes have faded a bit, but I believe I can translate the inscription. The writing describes a guardian who defeated someone named Mirat. In fact, if I'm reading this correctly, it says that Mirat was a traitor. Also, there's probably an exit through one of these sarcophagi. Let's get moving. Bit of a chill in the air down here. expect there's another riddle in here, along with a puzzle. Continue along the path. Don't tread where you've been. Interesting. Well, on to 5 more to go. Let's just hope. And... splendid! The gates have opened.
And so it ends.
Look, here's another wall with dragon language inscriptions on it. Let's find out what's written. This writing refers to a guardian who inspired both men and dragons. I wonder if the guardian was himself a man or a dragon. Looks like a secret message up along the wall. You lead the way. Here's another riddle. Stay your course, to idle is to die. Well, at least it's straightforward. There appears to be a switch of some kind here. I'll just stand over here while you flip that switch. Why, I've never seen anything like this. This is a platform. And don't go down. That looks like quite a drop. Is there something moving down there?
What's that? I'm glad these platforms appear once you finish them. You'll want to find out what's down in that water.
stay focused. And most importantly, run. There must be hundreds of years of history etched in these walls. Too bad they seem too damaged to read. Looks like it needs some sort of key. Maybe those half-claws you found would fit in here if you put them together. It seems these rings can be moved. Perhaps there's enough undamaged text in these etchings to tell us the combination. Ah, yes. Here's something. The first one has to do with a breeze. Or maybe it's wind. The second one mentions the night sky and the moon. And the third has something to do with fire. It also seems to mention scales. That's all I can make out from this etching. But check the rest and see if there's anything else. You keep trying out the combinations. There you go. I didn't doubt you for a second. Let's see what's ahead. This is clearly in the same tradition as the Draugr tombs of Skyrim. Let's be extra careful. Here's another mention of the Guardian. Only assume this is the Guardian's tomb we're standing in now. It says that he was loyal, and his reward was an honorable death. Quite fascinating. How amazing! A real dragon priest! In all my years as a historian, I never thought I'd see anything like that. I suppose that was Vahlok. He must have had this entire place built for him so that he could maintain his vigil, even beyond death. Indeed. I knew that the dragon priests were thought to have been powerful men of great will, but I had no idea. Well, I suppose I've seen everything I came for, and you kept up your end of the bargain. I promised payment, and here it is. Now I think I'll spend some more time studying this word wall. What a book this will make!
Me? It is good to see more of the world, for wisdom is the child of experience.
Not good enough for your precious college, eh?
Time to die! Fight your maker! And so it ends. And so it ends. Allmaker, protect me! I thank you for your protection, Allmaker.
Time to die.
Me?
I don't need you. Azura cursed me.